take a slow breath in and let it drift gently out again. Tonight there is nowhere you need to hurry, nothing you need to remember, and nothing you need to follow too closely. You are here only to rest. Allow the weight of the day to loosen its grip. Let your shoulders sink a little deeper, and let the small muscles around your eyes soften. Your breathing can slow now, steady, quiet, easy. Somewhere far away, beneath a warm tropical night, the great jungle stands still beneath the moon. The tall trees rise slowly into the dark sky, their wide leaves whispering softly in the gentle night air. And hidden within that deep forest, ancient stone temples rise from the earth, their long stairways worn smooth by countless quiet nights like this one. The city is resting now. The plazas are empty, the markets closed long ago, and along the silent pathways, a few lanterns still burn, their soft golden light touching moss, stone, and the roots of ancient trees. Tonight we will wander there slowly, not searching, not learning, not trying to understand anything at all, only walking quietly through the sleeping spaces of an ancient Maya city at night. You may follow the path in your mind, or simply listen, and allow the images to drift past like distant dreams. Either way, there is nothing you need to hold on to, only the soft glow of lantern light ahead, and the quiet jungle night waiting for us to wander through. The jungle path opens slowly before you, narrow, quiet, and softly silvered by moonlight filtering through the high canopy above. Tall saber trees stand like ancient guardians along the trail, their enormous roots rising from the earth in gentle curves, twisting across the forest floor like old sleeping serpents. The air here is warm and still, heavy with the soft scent of damp soil, leaves, and distant water. Somewhere high in the branches, the night insects hum in a slow, steady rhythm, a sound so constant it almost becomes silence. As you continue forward, your steps follow the quiet bends of the path, each stone beneath your feet worn smooth by time, softened by moss and fallen leaves. Ahead, through a small opening in the trees, a faint amber glow appears. Not bright, not sharp, but warm, patient, steady. A lantern. Its flame flickers gently beside a wide stone stairway rising from the edge of the forest. The jungle slowly parts here, as though making room for something far older than the trees themselves. Stone blocks begin to appear along the ground, some half hidden beneath creeping vines, others resting quietly where they have stood for centuries. And just beyond the lantern's quiet glow, the Great Pyramid rises slowly from the darkness. At first it is only a shape, a deeper shadow against the night sky. But as you walk closer, the long staircase becomes clearer, wide stone steps climbing patiently upward, disappearing into the darkness near the temple summit above. The pyramid feels immense, yet strangely calm, like a mountain that has chosen to rest among the trees. The lantern at its base moves softly in the warm air, its golden light brushing across carved stones, mossy edges, and the first few steps of the towering stairway. For a moment, you simply stand there, at the meeting place between jungle and city. Behind you, the forest breathes quietly. Ahead, the sleeping world of the ancient Maya waits beneath the moon. You step closer to the lantern, and the light expands gently around you. The stone beneath your feet is cool, smooth, and faintly worn, as though countless quiet nights have passed across this same path. To one side of the pyramid, a narrow walkway curves between low temple walls, guiding visitors deeper into the city. Lantern bowls sit quietly along the edges of the path, their flames resting inside carved stone basins. Each glows small and steady, like a line of quiet stars guiding the way forward. The city itself feels peaceful, almost as if it has settled into a long, slow breath. The great plazas are empty now, the stairways silent, and the temple shadows stretch gently across the open ground. Above it all, the moon drifts slowly between scattered clouds, its pale light resting along the edges of rooftops and carved stone reliefs. Somewhere in the jungle beyond the city walls, a nightbird calls once. The sound echoes softly through the trees, then fades again into the warm darkness. You begin to follow the lantern path, each step unhurried, each breath slow. The pyramid behind you rises quietly into the sky, its long staircase glowing faintly where moonlight touches the stone. Ahead, the pathway bends between smaller temple platforms, their stairways low and wide, their surfaces softened by vines that have slowly reclaimed the edges of the city. Here, the lanterns hang from wooden beams that stretch between carved pillars, their warm light moving gently with the night breeze. The glow slides across painted walls, faded reds, deep earth tones, patterns worn smooth by centuries of rain and sunlight. The city feels ancient, yet peaceful, not abandoned, only resting, like a great place that has chosen silence for the night. The lantern path continues deeper between the temple structures, and as the jungle canopy thins above, the space ahead begins to open. The first great plaza of the city waits just beyond the next row of stone columns, wide, quiet, and resting beneath the moonlit sky. So you continue forward, slowly following the calm rhythm of the lantern light, into the deeper quiet of the sleeping Maya city. The stone pathway widens slowly as you step out from between the quiet temple walls, and the city opens before you in a broad and silent plaza. Above, the jungle canopy parts just enough to reveal the deep night sky, where the moon drifts calmly between scattered clouds. Its pale light rests gently across the wide stone floor, tracing the edges of ancient carvings that have softened with time. Tall temple platforms rise along the edges of the plaza, their stairways climbing patiently upward, each step worn smooth by countless years of quiet footsteps. Lantern bowls sit along the outer edges of the open space, their flames small, steady, and warm. The soft amber light touches the corners of carved columns, the bases of stone altars, and the low walls that frame the plaza like silent guardians. You walk slowly across the wide stones, your steps unhurried, your breathing calm. The air here carries the warmth of the tropical night, mixed with the faint scent of flowers somewhere beyond the temple walls. At the far side of the plaza, a narrow passageway opens between two long buildings. Their roofs slope downward toward the street, and the corridor between them glows faintly beneath a row of hanging lanterns. Each lantern sways just slightly in the gentle night breeze, its light brushing across painted stone walls where ancient patterns remain faintly visible. The passage is quiet, sheltered, peaceful. You follow it slowly, your footsteps echoing softly along the smooth stone path. To one side, carved doorways open into darkened rooms, their interiors cool and still. Within them, long wooden benches rest against the walls, and clay vessels sit quietly where they were placed long ago. Nothing moves here now, only the lantern light shifting gently across the floors, and the soft whisper of the jungle wind passing over the rooftops. The corridor continues forward, bending slightly before opening into a wide courtyard beyond. Here, the remains of the night market rest beneath woven awnings that stretch between wooden beams. Long tables stand empty beneath the lantern light, their surfaces smooth and quiet, waiting patiently for another day that will not come tonight. Clay jars line the edges of the courtyard walls, their rounded shapes glowing softly in the warm amber light. Bundles of woven baskets rest in neat stacks near the market stalls, their shadows stretching gently across the stone floor. You walk slowly between the silent rows. The market feels calm now, peaceful, almost as if the space itself is resting after a long day of voices, footsteps, and quiet exchanges. Above the courtyard, lanterns hang from ropes stretched between the beams, their flames moving slowly in the warm air. Their light sways gently across the ground, drifting over carved symbols in the stone that have been softened by centuries of rain. At the far end of the market courtyard, another path opens toward a quieter part of the city. The buildings here grow lower, their walls wrapped in creeping vines, their stairways softened by moss and time. Small gardens begin to appear between the structures, patches of earth where flowering plants grow beneath the moonlight. The air feels cooler here, touched faintly by the scent of water somewhere ahead. And as you continue along the quiet path, the distant sound of slow-moving water begins to reach you, soft, steady, and calm. The lanterns grow fewer now, but their glow remains warm, guiding the way through the peaceful darkness of the sleeping city. Behind you, the market courtyard rests quietly beneath its lanterns. Ahead, the stone pathway curves gently toward a more sacred part of the ancient city, where temples, gardens, and quiet pools of water wait beneath the silent moon. So you continue forward, slowly, following the soft lantern light into the deeper calm of the night. The stone pathway grows quieter as it leads away from the market courtyard, and the sounds of the city slowly fade behind you. Here, the air feels deeper, softer, as though the jungle itself is breathing more slowly in this hidden part of the ancient city. Low temple walls rise gently along both sides of the path, their stones darkened by time and softened by moss that glows faintly in the lantern light. Small fireballs rest upon carved pedestals, their flames low and steady, sending warm reflections across the worn surfaces of the stone. The light is softer here, calmer, as if even the lanterns understand that this part of the city asks for quiet footsteps. Ahead, the path widens again, opening into a peaceful garden courtyard. Tall trees grow within the walls of the temple grounds, their long branches arching overhead, leaves shifting slowly in the night breeze. Beneath them, smooth stone benches rest beside carefully placed pools of water. The surface of the water is still, so still that the lantern flames, resting along the edges, appear like golden stars floating quietly on the dark surface. You pause beside one of the pools. The reflection of the temple walls stretches downward into the water, broken only by the slow ripple of the night air moving across the surface. Somewhere above, a soft breeze passes through the branches, and a few leaves drift silently to the ground. The moment feels suspended, peaceful, timeless. Beyond the garden, a set of wide stone steps rises toward another temple platform. The stairway is long, yet gentle, its edges softened by vines that climb slowly along the carved walls. Lantern bowls rest along the sides of the steps, their flames forming a quiet pathway of light, guiding the way upward. You begin to climb, slowly, step by step. Each stone beneath your feet is cool and smooth, worn gently by the passing of many quiet nights. The lantern light moves across the steps, stretching long shadows that drift slowly with the movement of the flame. At the top of the stairway, a small temple stands quietly beneath the moon. Its doorway is open, framed by carved stone columns whose patterns have softened with time. 2 fireballs burn beside the entrance, their flames calm and steady, sending warm light across the temple floor within. Inside, the air feels cooler, protected from the breeze that moves through the open courtyards below. The stone floor stretches quietly toward a simple altar resting at the far wall, its surface worn smooth by centuries of stillness. Above, the temple roof rises high into shadow, wooden beams disappearing into the dark space overhead. The firelight flickers gently against the carved walls, revealing shapes and patterns that glow briefly before fading again into the calm darkness. The temple feels peaceful, not heavy, not solemn, only quiet, a place where the night seems to rest more deeply. You step back outside, and the moon greets you again above the wide temple platform. From here, the city stretches outward in soft layers of shadow, rooftops and stairways resting beneath scattered lantern light. Beyond the temple walls, the jungle waits, dark and endless, its vast canopy whispering quietly beneath the stars. The lantern path continues along the edge of the platform, leading toward a quieter section of the city, where fewer buildings stand. The air grows cooler as you follow it, touched by the faint scent of water and stone. Soon, the path begins to descend again, guiding you toward the inner corridors of the city, where lantern halls and quiet chambers rest far from the open plazas. The sacred gardens fade gently behind you, and ahead, the deeper silence of the temple interiors waits patiently in the warm darkness. So you follow the lantern glow, slowly into the quiet heart of the sleeping city. The lantern path descends slowly from the temple platform, guiding you toward the quieter inner passages of the city. Here, the walls grow taller, the pathways narrower, and the lantern light softer as it reflects from smooth stone corridors. Long shadows stretch across the ground where wooden beams cross above the walkway, and the warm glow of hanging lanterns drifts gently along the carved walls. The sounds of the jungle feel distant now, muted, softened, as though the thick stone around you has wrapped the night in calm silence. You walk slowly along the corridor, your footsteps quiet against the cool floor. To one side, tall carved doorways open into sheltered chambers. Inside them, woven mats lie neatly arranged along the stone, and low wooden platforms rest beneath the lantern light. Clay bowls and simple vessels sit quietly on narrow shelves carved into the walls, their rounded shapes catching small pools of amber light. Nothing moves here. The rooms feel peaceful, as if they too have settled into rest beneath the slow passing of the night. The corridor bends gently, turning deeper into the heart of the temple structures. Lanterns hang at wider intervals now, leaving stretches of soft darkness between their warm circles of light. Each flame flickers slowly, painting the stone surfaces with quiet, shifting shadows. At the end of the corridor, a final doorway opens into a broad interior hall. The space is tall, quiet, and softly illuminated by several fire bowls resting along the walls. Their flames move gently, reflecting across polished stone pillars that rise upward into the darkness of the ceiling above. The air here feels still, almost suspended, as though this chamber has held the same calm silence for many long centuries. You walk slowly between the pillars, the firelight moving quietly across the smooth floor beneath your feet. At the far end of the hall, another doorway waits, framed by simple carved stone. Beyond it, the night sky opens once more. You step outside again, and the cool breath of the jungle air returns softly around you. This part of the city rests higher than the plazas below. A quiet terrace stretches outward, bordered by low stone walls softened with moss. Lantern bowls burn gently along the edges, their warm glow reflecting faintly across the stone floor. Beyond the terrace, the jungle canopy spreads outward beneath the moon, endless and dark, its leaves whispering softly in the slow night breeze. The sounds of the city are gone now, no footsteps, no distant echoes, only the soft movement of the lantern flames, and the quiet rhythm of the forest breathing beyond the walls. Near the edge of the terrace, a simple resting place waits. A wide woven mat rests upon a smooth stone platform, sheltered beneath the open sky. The lantern beside it burns low, its light soft and steady, casting a warm circle of calm across the quiet space. You sit for a moment, allowing the stillness of the night to settle gently around you. The long walk through the sleeping city has slowed your breathing. Your thoughts have grown quieter, and the warm glow of the lantern feels almost like a distant star resting close to the earth. Above, the moon drifts slowly across the sky, its pale light touching the distant temple rooftops, the quiet stairways, and the ancient stones that have rested here for centuries. Nothing asks anything of you now. No paths to follow, no places to reach, only the soft lantern glow, the quiet jungle air, and the calm night stretching endlessly around you. You lie back upon the woven mat, the warmth of the stone beneath it still holding the memory of the day's sun. The lantern flame beside you flickers gently, slow, steady, peaceful. And as the quiet of the ancient Maya city continues through the night, you may simply rest here, breathing slowly, listening softly, and drifting, little by little, into sleep.